Hi, good morning. I'm Wilson Davies from Avenue Heating, and today we are coming out to do a system flush. So we are flushing the heating system of this property. The owners of the property have reported that they have had cold spots on their radiators, and also that they're having to top up their pressure regularly on the boiler. Now, we actually fitted 4 of their new designer radiators last year, and at the time recommended that they should do a flush on the system. At the time they opted not to do a flush, and now a year later, unfortunately the radiators that were new, which didn't require having a full system flush on them, they now also have got sludge inside them, and they need to be flushed again with the rest of the system, which is now meaning that it's extra cost onto the flush that we're going to do today. Also, we are going to be fitting one of these. So this is a Magnetite Micro 2. It's one of the smaller system filters on the range. And if you look inside here, it's quite a simple system. Inside there is a big magnet, and what that does, as the system water flows into the magnet caption in here, it sticks onto this magnet, collects all onto here, and then it goes back to the boiler. The water goes back to the boiler clean, and then once a year we take this out, we give it a good clean out, put it back in, and that's it. So we're going to install a system filter that's going to sit just inside next to the boiler, get the system flushed and cleaned, and yeah, hopefully running at a much more optimal state. So we'll be back shortly to show you more of the flushing. Okay, so we've now got the Magnetite has been fitted, but we've now removed it in order to get the Magnetite in place. And the Magnetite is basically a larger version of the Magnetite. In it, we've got these 2 really big magnets, and if you've got a heart condition, you can't go near these because they are really, really strong. Okay, and what we're going to do now is we're going to put some of this MC3 ADMC3 cleaner into the capture flask here, and then we are going to get the system running, put it to temperature. That's going to get chemical and heat into the system, which are the 2 components of this flushing process. The flushing process requires heat, chemicals, and what we're going to show you later is going to be agitation, to really get all the magnetite sludge that's in the system, to get it moving and returning back to the magnets and the capture containers here. So without further ado, we're going to just break that seal in there, and then we'll just get all of that chemical, in there. And yeah, then we shall get this all closed up, and yeah, we'll be ready for the actual flushing process, which we will start right now. Okay, so we're now at the point of using the agitation. So the agitation literally is using this drill with this specially made piece, which is essentially going to vibrate the radiators at a really fast rate in order to break down all the sludge which is sitting down here, keeping the radiator cool. And then we're going to use this to start making that sludge shift. I've got to make sure that I put our ear defenders on because this is really, really loud. So hopefully we're going to see a real change in this radiator in a minute. So as you can see from the thermal images, we've got real heat. I mean, I can barely touch the tops of these radiators now, the top of the radiator now, and that heat is just coming down really nice and evenly. There's still a tiny bit more work that I can do on the end, but you can see the process and the amount of effort it actually takes to get one of these reds working correctly, to remove that slug and get it moving back to the system. So yeah, really happy with that result, and 1 down, 7 more to go. Yeah, as you can see here, this pipe now is just starting to get dark. We've just done a pass on a radiator, and you can just see the difference. This side's dark. It's got all the magnetite that's coming back in through here. You can see it coming along. It comes along here. That passes into the bottom of this capture chamber here. It collects onto all of the magnets, comes back through clean. That comes through there, and then that goes back to the boiler without obviously the boiler having any of the magnetite in it. And that's exactly what the Magneclean does when you've got a whole normal Magneclean fitted to your boiler. Except obviously we're accelerating that process and actually cleaning out a large portion of magnetite at the same time as doing this now. Okay, right, so lovely. So basically we are now at a point where we've finished doing all of the flush, and we're just going to get inside to the main capture chamber and secondary. So what we'd always do, open the secondary one up first. We'll open it up here, and there is just a small amount of secondary capture of what gets caught in it. But then when you open up, this is the primary bit where it comes back. That. The system has all been flushed, it's been cleaned out correctly. We have added in the inhibitor chemicals to it now that we're going to protect the system long term. However, it became apparent towards the end of the flush that actually the old boiler had got to a point where it was beyond economical repair, and since then we've come back and we've actually fitted a new boiler in this property. So the new boiler has been fitted, the system is flushed and cleaned. They've got a 7-year Valent warranty with the boiler, and yeah, we are good to go. So if we can help you with any of your flushing requirements, your heating system, or your new boiler, please do give us a call. Winston Avenue Heating. Thank you very much.